Okay. This is our first children's book, hardcover. Zipth rescues Tashu the Snookum. And I'm going to read it to you and turn the pages. What we want to do, of course, is make about 250 of these hardcover books and get them out and go on into the next story, Zipth and his friends on the planet Eol. Far and away, on the planet of Eol, everything is very different from our planet Earth. On Eol, the sky is always rainbow-colored and the suns are bright blue. The creatures who live there are also very different. One of them is Zipth, and he is a giant, feathered, flying Tarkum. He has great blue and white feathered wings, 4 powerful legs, and a wide flat muzzle, which he uses to eat 2 of his favorite foods, yellow bilberries and purple pebbles. One fine day in early springtime, Zipth spread his great wings and leaped off the high mountain cliff where he lives in a cave. He flew off to his favorite valley in search of a good meal of bilberries and pebbles. As he flew, on the cool winds of Eol, Zipth looped and dove and twisted about for sheer joy. There's Zipth, you see there? That's Zipth. Flying beneath the wondrous, cool rainbow skies of Eol made him a very happy Tarkum indeed. With a big whoomph, Zipth landed next to a patch of delicious-looking bilberries still glistening in the morning dew. Nearby, a rainbow-colored flow of water gurgled invitingly over the rocks, and Zipth gallumped over and dipped his toes. Then Zipth heard someone sobbing, and lifting his head with water streaming off his muzzle, saw his friend Dardles perched on a nearby rock crying. Now Dardles was a different creature, for she was a Snookum. She was purple and had curly hair, tiny green eyes that looked like flashing emeralds, a small green beak, 2 furry legs with wide flat feet, and 2 slender furry arms. Dardles was so tiny, she was only as big as Zipth's nose. "What's the matter, Dardles?" asked Zipth in his low, booming voice that sounded like a big drum being slowly pounded. "Oh, Zipth, I can't find my mate Tashu anywhere, and he should have been back by now," said Dardles between her cries. "Well, Dardles, where did Tashu go?" She pointed. "He went that way early this morning. Something he saw made him curious." Zipth nodded his head in understanding and lowered his great blue muzzle onto the rock on which Dardles was standing. "Climb on, Dardles, and hold tight. We'll find Tashu before you know it." With a great leap upward, Zipth spread his blue and white wings, and soon they were winging swiftly high in the rainbow skies of Eol, and scanning the valley below, looking for Tashu. Very soon they sighted Tashu, who was a slightly more purple and a little bit bigger Snookum than Dardles. Tashu's leg was stuck in a crack of a big rock, which he had been climbing over in a dangerous part of the valley. Zipth landed his giant body next to Tashu, and Dardles quickly ran off Zipth's nose and gave Tashu a big hug. "I'm so happy to see you. I was too..." Oh, that's Tashu. Sorry about that. "I'm so happy to see you. I was too curious and ran my foot in this crack. I thought I would never get home," greeted Tashu to Dardles and Zipth. Dardles tried to help Tashu pull his leg out of the crack, but it would not come free. Zipth decided to act quickly, so he picked up the rock in his mouth, and with Tashu still stuck in it, and with Dardles perched on his head, Zipth flew his friends quickly home to the corner of the valley where Snookums live. As soon as he landed, Zipth placed his wide footpad on the rock and stepped down with all his strength, and with a loud crack, broke the rock in two, and Tashu's foot was free. Well, Tashu, it was lucky that I was flying over this side of the valley this morning and saw Dardles crying. Oh, yes, Zipth, answered Tashu. I've certainly learned my lesson about being too curious. Dardles and Tashu were so grateful for Zipth's rescue that they gave Zipth a big bucket of yellow bilberries and purple papples, enough to last for a week. The end.